I am shredded. So, if he could do it, so can I. If you've ever walked into a fucking gym sauna and there's a couple people in there and you can see which one is like literally fucking boiling because they've been in there so long, their fucking heart's about to explode, it pretty much gives you the strength to stay in there at least longer than them. Because if he can do it, so can I. When you are around other people that are suffering more than you are suffering, when you see somebody who is overcoming more stress than you are in that moment, it gives you the strength to do more. The mirror neurons in your brain, the reason why yawns are contagious, if I go, oh, and I yawn, you're going to start to feel that yawn. It's because human nature, there are mirror neurons in your brain that force you to feel the same emotions, think the same thoughts as the people around you. Collective consciousness is real. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but when you are surrounded by people who have everything that you want, when I wake up and I go on like fucking Instagram or whatever, and I see some skinny, pencil neck, long nose, fucking just mouth breathing, fucking spineless little weak cretin who has a Lambo, I'm just like, bruh, look at me. And I don't have a Lambo. It's like, it literally gives you the fucking strength. It makes you need to fucking win. And it's like, if you truly believe you are better than other people, if you actually believe you are deserving of success, you're gonna do so many things to actually fucking make it a reality. Do you understand? I can't count the number of times where I've seen a very just skinny, weak person who has more freedom than me and more money than me. And it makes me angry, you know? It's not a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just the emotional response I get. And I can use that emotional response to create some content or take some action or fucking post some videos or make some sales calls or do some push-ups or drink some coffee or write some fucking words on a Google document or do something. You can use every single emotion to create something. There is no such thing as a lack of movement. When you feel fear, when you look over the edge of a cliff and it's a long way down, your body, your heart rate's gonna start to speed up, your breathing is gonna start to quicken, you're gonna start to convulse, you're gonna start to have the instinctual fear response of, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? That's the fear response. And every single time you scroll on TikTok looking for the next thing saying, what's gonna happen? Do you think that is encouraging bravery? Do you think that's the strength response? Or do you think that's fear? When you watch the TV, when you watch a movie, when you get super emotionally invested into all the characters, and then there's that one girl in the movie, and then there's a love triangle, and then there's a fucking battle, and there's a resolution at the end, and character development, and it emotionally primes you to wait and sit there isolated, waiting to see what's gonna happen. Watching movies literally creates the fear response in your brain. I'm not saying every movie is like weird and gay, although most movies that have been created in the last like year or 2 or 3 years are pretty gay. But like, when I watch a movie, it has to be something that's compelling. If I watch a movie, it's got to be something powerful. It's got to be something exciting that's going to inspire me to take action. In the 80s and the 90s, most of the movies made were about like heroic missions. A lot of action movies, a lot of cool movies, a lot of fucking men overcoming pain and fear and violence to achieve greatness and to save the ones they love from danger. Like, watch the movie Die Hard. Bruce Willis, the guy in that movie, he adopts so much pain. He walks through glass and his feet are all broken and he's all bloody at the very end of the movie. And he finally shoots those terrorists and he gets rid of everybody, and like, it just makes you inspired to go out and do that. So what do you think happens when you're gonna open up your fucking subconscious mind and look at the TV and fucking allow it to program you, and you watch some fucking gay bullshit? It's like, even I can't get around that. If my fucking girl is laying in the bed, scrolling on Instagram, she's like, Liam, look at the thing in the bed, because she's Brazilian, and she'll say like, Liam, look what happened, look what happened. And that's a natural response. Most of the time I won't look at it. I'll be like, baby, it's AI, it's not real. It's fake, it's AI trying to harvest your energy. She'll show me about like ICE. She loves talking about like deporting fucking illegals from this country and ICE agents, and like, she'll be like, look, Liam, they caught all these people at this place down in Tampa. And I'm like, oh, it's not real, it's fake, it's AI. Or she'll be like, Liam, look what happened. Look at the war. Look at the war in Israel. Look at this and look at that and look at this and look at that. It's just like, women are funny, man. Women are funny because they can live in fear as much as they want. They're women. They can do whatever they feel like. Do you understand? But as a man, you can't act like a woman. You can't just live off of feeling. Do you understand? You have to, I mean, if you're a man with testosterone like me, who has goals, who has aspirations, who wants to be extremely rich and powerful and famous and influential, if you share the same goals as me, you can't just succumb to the propaganda and allow yourself to be programmed by these fucking weak, little, insecure, shallow frequencies. You can't listen to the fucking black fucking gang nigga music all day. Me personally, when I'm in the gym, I listen to like either classical music like Mozart that'll make you fucking hit a PR, or I listen to like something off of YouTube that's extremely motivational that'll make you fucking work harder. And it's like, this world is absolutely filled with propaganda and subliminal programming everywhere you look. Every single time you go to a grocery store, all the pictures and all the products are designed to be as eye-catching and attractive as possible. Every billboard you see on the highway is designed to capture your attention and make you feel a certain feeling. Especially online, especially with TikTok, with Instagram. Ugh. Oh, my back's hurting. But like, the reason I'm saying all this is because you will never be able to escape the programming. You will always be programmed by something, whether you realize it or not. You're always going to want the same thing. You're always going to want to fit into your environment. You're always going to want to trust your instincts. So what do you think happens when you finally get home and you sit on the couch and you lean back and you get your spine all like this and you start watching TV and you allow it to fucking program you and change your emotions with control that is not from your own? It makes you less in control. And sure, there's certain things that can be uplifted, you know? I fucking will watch a really old movie like Die Hard or Fight Club or whatever. It's like, or I'll watch the Netflix show Baki Hanma. Great show. Fucking testosterone show. But it's like, if you actually have priorities, and if you are genuinely trying to build something unique, if you're trying to escape the matrix, if you're trying to get freedom, if you're trying to live a better life or whatever, if you're trying to get shredded, you have to be obsessed. And I'm not saying you have to be like me. I took so many psychedelic mushrooms that I fucking cooked a lot of my brain. So I fucking am fucking, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm more prone to being sucked in by these fucking AI machines and this fucking social media content and these dark frequencies that literally atrophy your brain and they shrink your brain. So I don't want to talk about that the whole day, because that's like, you know, that's not as powerful as the human will. We create our reality. So I'm saying, what if every single thing in your life you put there specifically to move you faster? What if you destroyed everything? What if you moved 1,000 miles away from your family and got a 1-bedroom apartment in Florida and you just film videos all day and get shredded in the sun, and every single minute of your time you're not consuming content, you're either posting racist stuff on Twitter or doing push-ups or drinking coffee or taking sales calls or making phone calls or fucking filming videos or doing something? What if you just created an environment where you can wake up every single day, do whatever the fuck you feel like, and the end result is you are a fucking Greek god of a human? That's what I'm trying to say. Every single piece of modern society is designed to make you as slow and sick and empty as possible. They want to put your mind asleep. They want you to slow down and scroll on TikTok and cut off your brain and your spinal cord so your brain can't actually have deep thoughts and realize what is happening. So you have to get more shredded. You have to drink more coffee. You have to fucking drink Fire Blood supplement. It's like all of these things are like almost necessary in order to fucking make it. If you want to be average, if you want to be normal, do what normal people do. Do you know what the average American is? The average American, 17 pounds overweight, in debt, less than $1,000 to their name, chronically sick and diseased, probably suffering from autism. Do you understand? Autism is sugar in the brain. Do you understand? ADHD is excess sugar in the brain. Cavities in your teeth is excess sugar built up in your gums and in your teeth. What's the most racist thing I could say right now? You did not evolve millions of years. Every single one of your ancestors did not win and conquer resources and find a mate and have children and protect those children enough to live in this beautiful modern society we live in, where every single piece of information is at your fingertips. Your ancestors didn't do all this for you to just sit there being a worm, consuming. Why on earth would you sit in the same place just consuming? That's the gayest thing possible. Bro, sitting on the couch, fucking scrolling on TikTok is like even gayer than fucking, well, something really gay, than vaping. Oh my God, so gay, bro. But the whole reason I am the person that I am is because I took so many psychedelic mushrooms and I realized what was happening. I realized that my beliefs are simply random stuff that I learned that were programmed into my mind that make me behave a certain way, have certain habits, certain behaviors, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just repetition. It's just cause and effect. So if you want to be shredded like me, if you want to have extremely high energy levels, if you want to believe in what you're saying, if you want to be able to walk up to somebody and speak into their soul and tell them what to think, then this is what you have to do. You have to guard your dopamine receptors like it's life or death. Nothing else matters except for the placebo effect and what you are thinking and feeling. I'm not saying ignore your situation. I'm not saying be a fucking retarded schizo and doom scroll all day and be like, oh, I see myself being rich. I'm watching all these videos about Lamborghinis and Bugattis and I feel myself being rich. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you are like, you're one day of action away from being a completely different person. You are literally, you're one fucking sprint. You're just one lock in away from being a totally different person, having a totally different life. What if tomorrow you said, I'm not gonna drink water, I'm not gonna eat any food, I am going to dry fast for 6 hours, and I promise you, you will not be able to scroll. You will just start walking around because fasting gives you energy. That's why it's called fasting. It moves you faster. I wake up, I drink coffee, I start fasting, I start fucking moving. You can't stop moving when you drink this much coffee and you fucking fast and you eat extremely fulfilling foods like fucking steak every day and you train so hard. It's easy. Why can't you do it? Do you understand? The people you want to be like have overcame that emotional, sickly feeling and got to the other side of it. I've had pains. I have emotional, sick feelings sometimes. But the difference between me and you is that you allow those feelings to take control of your conscious decision making, and your environment is set up and you have low standards, so you just sit back in the chair and you waste your time. Like, that's the game, bro. Time is the only thing you can't get back. I'm 22 years old, and the only thing that I'm going to regret when I'm 90 is that I didn't try harder to help more people. You get in this life, the returns you receive are based on the amount of service you give to others. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are billionaires because they provided products and services to millions of people. I'm extremely shredded because I fucking provided my muscles with stress and fucking protein so fucking many times all over the place. And I plan on becoming one of the most famous people in the world. And the only way I'm gonna do that is if I give the world more value, more entertainment. You know? You're a certain amount of repetitions away from your goal. You might as well get more shredded.